back to Late Night Update, David67 YouTube channel, Celtic News video. Just getting the breaking news that Celtic are, it appears, very keen or are close to signing a player called Adam Idah from Norwich. This seems to be for the third striker role, which a lot of people thought was earmarked for either Bojan Miovski, Lauren Shankland, or Sidney van Hooijdonk. And earlier in the transfer window, it seemed that it was to be Matthias Kiesgarden. All those seem to have dropped by the wayside, and in the last few hours, Adam Idah has become top of the list. It would appear for what Rodgers considers is a quality signing at the striker centre forward position. So what I normally would do at this point is pop in a wee extract of scouting videos. However, with the initial upload, it would appear that there were copyright issues with some of the footage. It appears that the English Football League has copyright issues which may or may not impact on the ability to upload the video, and so instead I have watched all the videos and would recommend having a wee look at the Ultras FC TV scouting video on YouTube. There's also one from Week 7, both of which show Adam Idah scoring goals, creating goals, and doing various bits of highlights for Norwich. Just a wee bit of his stats. Adam Idah, currently 22 years old, although in a couple of weeks' time, on February the 11th, will be 23. Currently 22 Republic of Ireland full caps with 3 international goals. He's represented the Republic of Ireland all the way from under 16 to under 17, under 18, under 19, under 21, and up now to full international. He's been at Norwich his whole career. His stats over his career at Norwich aren't terribly impressive. This year for Norwich in all forms of football, in the English Championship and associated competitions, 34 games, 7 goals, 1 assist. His career stats at Norwich in first team football: 115 starts, 17 goals, 4 assists. In the Premiership, he's had a couple of seasons with 29 games, 1 goal, 1 assist in his 2 spells in the Premiership. His scoring record was better for Norwich under 21, 33 games, 15 goals, 7 assists. That was in the Premier League under 21 competition. He's 6'2", and from his videos and from having looked at all the scouting data on the internet over the course of this evening, he does appear good at holding up the ball, quite a strong player. Does seem to come back for me rather an awful lot into midfield and even into his own half to pick up the ball. To his credit, he is 2-footed. For a player of 6'2", I would be expecting him to be better in the air. However, he does appear to be able to be a player where you hit the ball up to him at the halfway line or halfway inside the opposition half, and he can hold up the play to allow midfield and wide players and fellow striker to come on and support him. Reasonable in terms of his passing, quite strong as a runner, although doesn't appear to have an awful lot of pace. One of his good points in terms of Celtic, given our poor record taking penalties, he does appear to be a penalty taker, and seems to be a pretty good finisher rather than a great finisher. To me, he's not quite as good as Sidney van Hooijdonk, not really as good as Miovski of Aberdeen, Shankland of Hearts. Doesn't look the more complete player that Matthijs Kiesgaarden of Brøndby is. Coincidentally, it would appear that Norwich have become one of the favourites to sign Sidney van Hooijdonk from Bologna, which appears to have opened up Adam Idah to come to Celtic, or whether it's Celtic's interest in Adam Idah, who was rumoured to be going off to a couple of the Italian Serie A sides, whether the interest in Celtic taking Idah from Norwich to Celtic has then triggered Norwich to try to bring in Van Hooijdonk from Bologna. So I'm not massively convinced that Adam Idah is the quality of player that we require. Certainly, to give him his credit, he has had experience in the English Premiership, in a couple of spells with Norwich, has got international experience, 22 games, 3 goals, has a long history of international football with the Republic of Ireland at various different levels below that. He has a lot of the characteristics that might well make him a success in Scottish football. Does give Celtic the option of playing him and Kyogo as a partnership. It does also give us the option of having a different sort of striker to throw on if we are trying to change the game or chase a win or a draw in the last 10, 15, 20 minutes. I think overall he's a pretty good rather than a good player, and doesn't seem to me quite the top quality player that Brendan Rodgers has been saying that he wants to bring in the transfer windows. I think he's a perfectly serviceable player to go along with Kyogo and O, but I think I personally would prefer Kyogo having that one-on-one with the Butland in the goals for Rangers, or Kyogo being the man who's bearing down in goal in the last couple of minutes of a cup final with the double on the line. But we'll see what we shall see. It may well be that the stories about Adam Idah coming to Celtic are also, like so many other stories in the last couple of months, are flash in the pan stories that for a few hours light up the Celtic internet sites, fan sites, and newspaper sites, and then by the morning it's all died away like a shooting star. Anyway, enough pontificating. As always, great to see your own opinions regarding Adam Idah and whether you feel he is the answer for Celtic at the backup striker position. For all those new to the channel, do think about clicking that subscribe button. Always great to add more subscribers. So that just about brings us to the end of this late night video. As I said, usually I would have popped in some of the excerpts of the Ultras FC TV scouting, but as I said, there appear to be some copyright issues when I first tried to upload this video, and so have removed those sections. But as I did say, a couple of good scouting videos for Adam Idah through Ultras FC TV and Wix 7, both on YouTube. So, chat again tomorrow, hopefully with more complete final news on Adam Idah, Sidney van Hooijdonk, and the various loans in and out, and whether Celtic have anybody else coming in for loan or permanent signing. So until tomorrow, which is actually today, goodbye and hail, hail.